हेलो पीपल एंड वेलकम इनसाइड द ऑल न्यू Hyundai Alcazar। इस गाड़ी की कीमत शुरू होती है फ्रॉम रुपीज 16,30,000, जाती है ऑल द वे अप टू 20 लाख रुपीज एक शोरूम। और आज हमारे साथ इस गाड़ी का पेट्रोल सिग्नेचर ओ ऑटोमेटिक वेरिएंट है। अगर आप ये गाड़ी खरीदना चाहते हो, सम माइट से दैट दिस इज अ बिगर वर्जन ऑफ द Hyundai Creta, बट दिस Alcazar हैज अ लॉट मोर टू ऑफर। इस वीडियो में हम फोकस करने वाले हैं व्हाट आर द फीचर्स दैट यू गेट ऑन द इनसाइड, इंटीरियर्स के बारे में बात करेंगे। व्हाट आर दोज वाओ फीचर्स व्हिच विल मेक यू कंसीडर दिस कार ओवर द कंपटीशन। अगर कंपटीशन की बात करें, आप कंसीडर कर सकते हो MG की हेक्टर प्लस और टाटा की नई सफारी। अगर आपको इस गाड़ी के एक्सटीरियर डिजाइन के बारे में जानना है, that is a separate video. The drive review is again in a separate video. और हमने इस गाड़ी के बैक सीट ड्राइव एक्सपीरियंस के लिए भी एक अलग वीडियो अपलोड कर रखा है, so you can check it out and get to know everything about this car before writing a check to book this 6 or 7 seater Alcazar for you and for your family. सबसे पहले तो once you are inside, आप देख लोगे कि इस गाड़ी में आपको ड्यूअल टोन इंटीरियर्स दिए गए हैं, बट दे आर मोर टुवर्ड्स द डार्कर साइड ऑफ द स्केल। आपको ब्राउन और ब्लैक इंटीरियर अपहोल्स्ट्री देखने मिल जाती है एंड इट लुक्स नाइस, इट लुक्स डिफरेंट एंड इट लुक्स प्रीमियम एज वेल। सबसे अच्छी बात यह है, डार्कर शेड होने की वजह से ये गाड़ी आपको क्लीन रखने में ज्यादा दिक्कत नहीं होगी। यू कैन सिंपली जस्ट कीप वाइपिंग इट एंड इट विल लुक लाइक ब्रांड न्यू। अभी जब आप डैशबोर्ड देख लेते हो, यहाँ पे आपको लेयर्ड पैटर्न नजर आएगा, लेकिन यहाँ पे कहीं पे भी आपको सॉफ्ट टच मटेरियल नहीं दिया गया है। चेक दिस आउट, it is all hard plastic inside over here in this Hyundai Alcazar, but everything is nicely laid out and everything is well put together. कहीं पे भी आपको ज्यादा uneven gaps नजर नहीं आएंगे या आपको कोई भी चीज ऐसी नहीं लगेगी that it doesn't suit the price tag that this car demands. Now once you step inside this Hyundai Alcazar, the thing that I want you to focus on is the cockpit feel as a driver. सबसे पहले यहाँ पे देख लीजिए, you get this leather wrap steering wheel, आपको flat bottom डिजाइन मिल रही है। steering wheel पे आपको satin silver accents दिए गए हैं और यहाँ पे steering wheel पे आपको gloss black applique भी देखने मिल जाता है। Come up close and check out the buttons. They are very nice and large and they are very easy to operate जब आप ये गाड़ी चला रहे हो। But then the biggest highlight in this Hyundai Alcazar is this, the full digital speedometer cluster. And check it out, यहाँ पे आपको काफी सारे लेआउट्स भी दिए गए हैं। ये जो स्पीडोमीटर क्लस्टर का लेआउट है, it will change depending upon the mode that you have selected. So right now it is in eco mode. Check it out. This is comfort mode. And then this is sport mode. The transitions are very beautiful and everything is very nicely done up. काफी बढ़िया डिटेल्स यहाँ पे आपको नजर आएंगे। And just check it out. When you go to sport mode, यहाँ पे आपको बैकग्राउंड में कार्बन फाइबर टेक्सचर भी नजर आता है। So Hyundai has paid a lot of attention to detail to make sure that this Alcazar, from this cockpit view, from the driver's point of view, feels premium and looks sporty as well. लेकिन जब आप ये ट्रैक्शन कंट्रोल मोड चेंज कर लेते हो, तभी आप यहाँ पे देख लीजिए, there is not much of a change. When you change between traction control modes, the primary display layout goes back to comfort mode, and then when you go back to drive modes, ये ट्रांजिशंस आपको फिर से नजर आएंगे डिपेंडिंग ऑन द मोड यू हैड प्रीवियसली सिलेक्टेड। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, यहाँ पे आपको एक MID भी मिल जाता है। चेक इट आउट, यहाँ पे आपको काफी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन दी गई है, सो यू कैन टॉगल बिटवीन द डेटा वेरी इजीली यूजिंग द बटन्स ऑन द स्टीयरिंग व्हील। यू हैव योर टर्न बाय टर्न नेविगेशन ओवर हियर। अगर आपने नेविगेशन सेट नहीं किया है, यहाँ पे आपको एक कंपास देखने मिल जाती है and you also get tire pressure monitoring system. Another cool feature in this car is that you get blind spot assistance because this car has rear view mirror mounted cameras. तो अगर आपको लेन चेंज करना है and if you give that command on the turn indicator, which very few people in India use, check this out. As soon as I tap it, यहाँ पे आपको blind spot mirror नजर आता है and it is very nicely done. जब भी आप राइट टर्न के लिए इनपुट दे देते हो, the right hand dial shows you that blind spot assistance, and then when you give the left command, left indicator आप एक्टिवेट कर लेते हो, तभी आपको लेफ्ट हैंड साइड के डायल पे ब्लाइंड स्पॉट असिस्टेंस ये व्यू दिखाई देती है। एंड द फीड इज वेरी नाइस एंड इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड एज वेल, एंड दिस इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू अ लॉट व्हेन यू आर ड्राइविंग दिस कार इन टाइट ट्रिकी सिचुएशंस और इन ट्रैफिक सिचुएशंस, या अगर आपको हाईवे पे एक हाई स्पीड लेन चेंज करनी है। दिस फीचर इज फैंटास्टिक एंड all of that is very seamlessly integrated. The transitions are beautiful, and just look at this cluster one more time. Come up close, let me show that to you. The dials, the needles, the digits, everything looks premium. लेकिन अगर आपको ये स्टैंडर्ड सेटअप में ये डिस्प्ले यूज नहीं करना है, check this out. You can go to vehicle settings. Vehicle settings में जाने के बाद आपको cluster settings में जाना है, and then over here you can select the theme. So right now you can check it out. It is linked to the drive mode. आप इसे deactivate कर सकते हो, and then you have theme A. This is theme A. Then you have theme B. This is theme B. C, which you already seen, and then you also have theme D. Check it out. This is the layout in theme D. Very futuristic, very different. This is something that you might not have seen in any other car currently on sale here in the Indian market. और जब आप throttle input देते हो, you get to see those digits in that RPM section. Very nicely done. और ये सभी चीजें जो हैं definitely आपको premium लगने वाली हैं, and you will really like how Hyundai is trying to differentiate the Alcazar from the Hyundai Creta. Now I'm again going to go back to drive mode selection on that cluster setting. This is the primary infotainment now. The touch response, as usual, typical of Hyundai. Very nice, very good colors over here, and you have map integration as well. Maps के लिए आपको support मिलने वाला है, so you will get this stock map updated by Hyundai, and this is going to be over the air. तो आपको dealership पे जाके map update करने की जरूरत नहीं है. You also have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in this car, and you also have this air purifier with a perfume, so your car is going to be, dust free, and you can feel comfortable and breathe fresh air when on the go. सभी कंट्रोल जो हैं, सभी सेटिंग्स जो हैं, वो इस्तेमाल करने में काफी आसान है, एंड ऑफ कोर्स यू गेट Hyundai's ब्लू लिंक एज वेल. तो आपको इस गाड़ी में काफी सारे वॉइस कमांड्स भी मिल जाते हैं, सो यू डोंट नेसेसरली हैव टू touch and make all of these changes. You can just give a voice command and that particular input will be taken care of by the vehicle itself. इसी के साथ साथ आप यहाँ पे ये जो इलेक्ट्रोक्रोमिक मिरर है, यहाँ पे देख लीजिए, you have an SOS hotkey, you have a RSA hotkey, and you also have a blue link hotkey. इसे जब आप प्रेस कर देते हो, it will connect you to the call center, and then you can ask them whatever help you need. And if you want any specific input to be made to your car's system, you can ask them to do that from their end, and you can continue driving, you can focus on the driving, and you don't have to play around doing anything on the system. So that is pretty cool, and everything is nicely done up, put together, integrated, so that you feel like you have bought a modern car, you feel like you have bought a connected car. इस सिस्टम के नीचे आपको काफी सारे कंट्रोल्स दिए गए हैं. These are hotkeys again, very easy to access. These are actual buttons, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि ये touch sensitive हैं. This will be very useful in the long run. Below that you have your climate control settings. Alcazar में आपको dual zone climate control नहीं मिल रहा है, but you do get 3-row AC vents, so that is a good touch. यहाँ पे आप देख लीजिए, you have this knurled pattern. It is not metallic, प्लास्टिक ही है, लेकिन ये नर्ड पैटर्न जो है, इट स्टिल एड्स अ नाइस प्रीमियम टच. एसी कंट्रोल्स के नीचे आप देख सकते हो, यू गेट अ वायरलेस चार्जिंग पैड, यू हैव अ यूएसबी पॉइंट, यू हैव अ फास्ट चार्जिंग यूएसबी पॉइंट, एंड यू ऑल्सो हैव दिस पर्टिकुलर 12 वोल्ट एक्सेसरी सॉकेट. ये जो वायरलेस चार्जिंग पैड यहाँ पे दिया गया है, यू कैन कीप योर लार्जेस्ट ऑफ स्मार्टफोन्स ओवर हियर इजीली, और वहां पे एक रिसेस बनाई गई है, सो योर फोन इज नॉट रियली गोइंग टू स्लाइड अराउंड ओवर देयर. इट विल स्टे इन प्लेस एंड इट विल स्टे चार्ज्ड व्हेन यू आर ऑन द रन. देन लुक एट दिस टनल कंसोल सेक्शन. यहाँ पे आपको ये जो गियर लीवर दिया गया है, यू गेट दिस परफोरेटेड लेदर ओवर इट, यू गेट दिस ट्रैक्शन कंट्रोल एंड ड्राइव मोड सिलेक्टर. दिस इज अ रोटरी नॉब ओवर हियर, रोटरी कंट्रोल ओवर हियर. इस गाड़ी में आपको इलेक्ट्रिक पार्क ब्रेक और ऑटो होल्ड भी दिया गया है. एंड दिस Hyundai Alcazar also gets ventilated seats. आपको सिर्फ कूल्ड सीट फंक्शन यहाँ पे इस गाड़ी में दिया गया है. You do not get any heating, but you don't really need that here in the Indian market. Hyundai के इस Alcazar SUV में आपको 360 डिग्री कैमरा सपोर्ट भी दिया गया है, और उसके लिए आपको यहाँ पे एक बटन मिल जाता है. So once you press this, check out the primary screen. यहाँ पे आपको एक bird's eye view मिल जाती है, and apart from that you can select between the camera feed. So check this out. This is the front camera. This is a top view of the front of the car. Then you have those wing mirror mounted cameras showing you either side of this Hyundai Alcazar, और आपको सिर्फ rear view feed भी मिल जाती है. You can also set the brightness and contrast if you think you know better than what the stock setting is, and you can simply press it again and it will turn off. जब भी आप गाड़ी चला रहे होंगे and when you want to reverse this Hyundai Alcazar, check it out, आपको यहाँ पे dynamic grid lines भी मिल जाती है. So this is going to help you park the car that much easily. Check it out how it shows in this bird's eye view section as well, so you know how your front is also going to move around. तो आपको ये arc नजर आता है, so you can very safely move this big SUV because it is much bigger than the Hyundai Creta. आपको इतने ज्यादा फीचर्स इस गाड़ी में दिए गए हैं that you will really appreciate it. इस गियर कंसोल के साथ आप यहाँ पे देख लीजिए, you of course get टिप्ट्रॉनिक फंक्शन. तो स्पोर्ट मोड में आप मैनुअल कंट्रोल्स ले सकते हो फ्रॉम दिस गियर सिलेक्टर. अदरवाइज यू ऑल्सो हैव पैडल शिफ्टर्स ऑन द स्टीयरिंग व्हील and then you can play around with the engine and gearbox because this car's petrol engine is powerful. It is a 2-liter motor and it has a lot of power and torque to offer compared to competition. So do check out the drive video which we have uploaded separately so you get to know how this car performs out on the highway. Talking about the glove box, यहाँ पे भी आपको एक cool section दिया गया है. It is nice and deep, so check this out. This brochure, I can very easily place it over here and it shuts without any drama. Door trim पे आप देख लीजिए, you get these metallic accents. यहाँ पे आपको soft touch material दिया गया है. You have this leather upholstery over here. और door trim पे on the speaker cutout आपको Bose की branding भी देखने मिलेगी because this Hyundai Alcazar does get this premium sound system and it does sound very nice. It does enough justice to that name and to the price that this car is asking for. यहाँ पे टनल कंसोल एरिया पे आपको 2 कप होल्डर्स दिए गए हैं. There is no cover over here but I am not really complaining about that. यहाँ पे नीचे आपको ज्यादा कोई suede मटेरियल नहीं दिया गया है. So if you are placing something over here which will move around, आपको थोड़ा बहुत आवाज यहाँ पे जरूर आ सकता है. Then under this armrest, check it out, you have a storage spot. But this is also housing the air purifier. तो ये armrest console जो है, it doesn't slide forwards and backwards. This is the fixed position, but it is ideal enough for you to rest your arm over here, for you as a driver or for your front passenger. और यहाँ पे आपको leather material दिया गया है, so it does feel nice and soft when you want to rest your arm over here. इस गाड़ी में इस armrest console के नीचे यहाँ पे आप देख लीजिए, you have this particular section. इसे आप खोल सकते हो. Let me try and open it up for you. यहाँ पे आपको इसका फिल्टर दिया गया है. This air filter you can clean it or replace it when you are taking your Alcazar for a service, and it is very easy to check if it is clogged or if it is too dirty. And this air purifier, by the way, also has a perfume setting, so your car will keep smelling fresh throughout your ownership cycle. फ्रंट कैबिन की अगर बात करें तो मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी बता दिया, देयर इज नो सॉफ्ट टच मटेरियल ऑन द डैशबोर्ड. अप टॉप ऑन द रूफ कंसोल सेक्शन आप यहाँ पे देख लीजिए, आपको एक वैनिटी मिरर मिल जाता है. देयर इज नो इल्यूमिनेशन ओवर हियर, देयर इज नो स्लाइडर कवर ओवर हियर, एंड यू हैव दीज 2 कैबिन लैंप्स. यहाँ पे आपको एलईडी कैबिन लैंप्स मिल जाते हैं. यू हैव अ सनग्लास होल्डर, एंड देन फॉर द ड्राइवर you only get a ticket holder. यहाँ पे आपको vanity mirror नहीं दिया गया है. It is, I think, a miss for this price, and some people might still consider having such a feature, although the driver might not really care. But I'm just telling it to you in all honesty what you're getting and what you're not, because this is the top of the line option pack of the Alcazar lineup. इस Alcazar की जो की है, it looks pretty ordinary. I think it could have been a little better and a little premium and just look different compared to what other Hyundai car keys look like. Steering wheel के right hand side पे आप देख लीजिए, you get the engine start stop button, you have the traction control button, and you also have the park assist button over here. Of course, you get the headlamp leveler switch as well. In this car, on the driver door, you get the standard controls. यहाँ पे इसके बारे में ज्यादा कुछ बात करने की जरूरत नहीं है. But then notice this car gets ambient lights, and there are multiple of them which you can select from. Let us check it out right now. So I'm going to go to the home screen. I'm going to go to vehicle settings. In vehicle settings I'm going to go to lights, और यहाँ पे ambient light में जाने के बाद सबसे पहले आप देख लीजिए, you can select the brightness, you can select the color. आपको काफ़ी सारे ऑप्शन दिए गए हैं. You can select ice blue, polar white, and it also shows you how it will look like in the cabin over here on this display section. And you can also set a custom color if you feel like. So you have multiple options in this Hyundai Alcazar, so that you can ensure that the ambient light suits your mood, or you can just fix a single color, the preset which Hyundai is offering to you. And you get that ambient light not just on the dashboard, but you also get it on the door trims. You get it on all four doors in this Alcazar. So this is going to add a lot of drama, and it is going to feel premium when you are going out with your friends and family, and you can actually show off about it as well, because इस सेगमेंट में और किसी भी गाड़ी में आपको ये फंक्शन नहीं मिल रहा है. Hyundai के इस Alcazar में आपको स्टीयरिंग कॉलम के लिए टिल्ट एंड टेलीस्कोपिक एडजस्टमेंट मिल जाती है. सो यू कैन मूव इट अप एंड डाउन एंड फॉरवर्ड्स एंड बैकवर्ड्स. एंड ऑल्सो इन दिस कार you get electric seat adjustment for the driver side. So this is going to be very useful for you to find your desired driving seat position so that you are comfortable when you bring this new big car home. So check it out. मेरी height है 5 feet 8 inches and this is the amount of headroom that I'm getting, and this is quite comfortable, and the seating posture overall is nice and commanding. तो आपको जरूर ऐसा लगेगा कि आपने एक SUV खरीदी है. It is not too high, it is a little car-like, but it is offering you a nice and commanding position so that you can get a good understanding of where the wheels are pointed, how you are directing the car, and how you are moving it around in and around your city. सीट्स की अगर बात करें तो इस Hyundai Alcazar के साथ आपको लेदर सीट अपहोल्स्ट्री मिलने वाली है. Check it out, you get that same dual tone finish, black and brown. टेक्सचर पैटर्न आपको यहाँ पे देखने मिलेगा. यू हैव परफोरेटेड सीट अपहोल्स्ट्री बिकॉज दिस कार गेट्स वेंटिलेटेड सीट्स. वेंटिलेटेड सीट्स में बाय द वे आपको 3 सेटिंग्स मिल जाते हैं. यू हैव 3 ब्लोअर स्पीड, सो यू नो यू कैन सेट इट टू योर डिजायर्ड कूलिंग कंफर्ट. एंड द सीट हैज डिसेंट साइड बोल्स्टरिंग, सो इट इज गोइंग टू कीप यू इन प्लेस जब आप ये गाड़ी चला लेते हो. एंड I am very comfortable in this car when I was driving it around for close to 100 kilometers today, and it has kept me in place quite well. अगर आप मुझसे थोड़े चौड़े भी हो, आपको इस गाड़ी में ज्यादा दिक्कत नहीं होगी. You can spend a really long time in the driver's seat of this Alcazar because you will be a comfortable driver, a comfortable and happy owner. So guys, right now मैं बैठा हूँ in the back seat. As you can notice, this is the captain seat variant that we have today, and the biggest highlight in this Hyundai Alcazar is that second row में आपको ये console मिल जाता है, which is very unique for this particular segment, and I don't think you might have seen this in any other car which is offering you a 6-seater layout. इस console में आप देख लीजिए, you get 2 cup holders. यहाँ पे आपको वायरलेस चार्जिंग पैड भी मिल जाता है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वायरलेस चार्जिंग पैड आपको यहाँ पे थोड़ी एक्स्ट्रा जगह भी मिल जाती है टू स्टोर सम एक्स्ट्रा स्टफ. एंड यू ऑल्सो गेट दिस आर्म रेस्ट विच यू नो कपल्स अप एज अ स्टोरेज बिन. तो यहाँ पे भी आप काफी सारी चीजें रख पाओगे. दिस इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी यूजफुल, वेरी हैंडी इफ यू जस्ट वांट टू कैरी योर knickknacks and keep them in place when you are going out on that long drive. Now I am seated behind my own driving seat position, and check this out. This is the amount of legroom that is available, and this is really good enough. This is not a problem at all. But this particular seat right now, check it out. This is the forward most locking position, and for me, for my height, I am 5 feet 8 inches. I still have some amount of knee clearance over here, so I am not at all uncomfortable. यहाँ पे आपको इस गाड़ी में एक parcel tray दिया गया है. You also have a cup holder over here. Let me try to open it up. How does it open up? Yeah, you have to press it and then it pops up. यहाँ पे आपको एक cup holder मिल जाता है. You can, you know, hold stuff over here up to 3.5 kgs. उसके लिए यहाँ पे आप देख लीजिए. Let me show that to you. It is written over here. Max load is 3.5 kg. Check this out one more time. You have to press it and then this cup holder pops up. यहाँ पे आपको एक कार्गो नेट दी गई है टू स्टोर सम स्मॉल स्टफ ओवर हियर, सम ऑडिटीज. और ये जो सेक्शन है, इट इज अ हार्ड पैनल ओवर हियर, लेकिन आप यहाँ पे अपना फुल साइज लैपटॉप नहीं रख पाओगे. दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी यूजफुल बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट रियली ऑल दैट लॉन्ग. So maybe you can use this if you want to have a meal when you are out on your drives, and then you can simply fold this and check this out. इसके नीचे आपको एक seat back pocket भी मिल जाता है. So very versatile in terms of the space that is on offer in this Hyundai Alcazar. Check it out. Decent amount of knee room, and there is reasonable amount of foot room as well. I can move my feet under the driver's seat. Driver's seat जो है, it is at its lowest setting, so I'm wearing really chunky sneakers and I can still place my feet under the seat, so this is comfortable. And now let me talk about the comfort of these captain seats, so I have pushed it to a reasonable level. This is comfortable for me. Seat back angle जो है वो आप adjust कर सकते हो. You have adjustable headrests, and Hyundai will also offer you these fantastic cushions. They have this suede material. It feels very good, and you can really take a nice nap, a very peaceful nap, because the Hyundai range of cars have fantastic NVH. भले ही आप इस गाड़ी का पेट्रोल वेरिएंट खरीदिए या आप इस गाड़ी का डीजल वेरिएंट खरीदिए, the cabin is going to be very well insulated. There is going to be very limited engine noise inside the cabin, so you can literally sleep when you are being driven around. This is very comfortable for me. यहाँ पे इस गाड़ी में आपको manual sun blinds, sun curtains भी दिए गए हैं, so this is going to keep the car cool on those hot sunny days here in India. You get a large panoramic sunroof in this car, और यहाँ पे आपको एक sun curtain भी दिया गया है, so check it out. You can stop it halfway if you feel like, or you can completely close it. जब आप इसे पूरी तरीके से बंद कर देते हो, still it doesn't feel too claustrophobic inside the cabin, because this Hyundai Alcazar has a very generous DLO section. Windows जो हैं वो ज़्यादा छोटे नहीं हैं, so there is a good amount of light that comes inside, and even though you have dark themed interiors, it does feel nice and spacious. And when you open this sun curtain over here for this sunroof, it opens all the way up, and then it feels very good because it just shows you all that is above you, and it feels very nice when you're being driven around in such a car with such a large dual pane panoramic sunroof. To keep you comfortable and cool in the second row, आपको इस Alcazar में second row AC vents दिए गए हैं. They are on this console over here. Check it out. You get these two AC vents. आप इन्हें बंद कर सकते हो if you feel like, and you can direct air very nicely and easily on your body. यहाँ पे आपको एक और storage point दिया गया है. You also have another USB charging point over here for your equipment on the go. And check it out, on this seat over here, you can try positioning your laptop, लेकिन वो पूरी तरीके से अंदर नहीं जाने वाला है, because this seat back pocket is also not too large. तो यहाँ पे आप देख लीजिए, it doesn't have too much of depth. So you have to keep that in mind if you are planning to buy this Hyundai Alcazar and carry your laptop with you. You will have to keep it separately in your laptop bag. Now if you are very demanding and if you want to really recline this seat back, this is the max that you can push it, and let me push this seat all the way back. This is the rearmost locking position for this particular seat. Let me try and show that to you over here. So check it out. This is the forwardmost locking position. This is the most relaxed that the seat back can get, and if you want to push it back, this is the rearward most locking position for these captain seats. Now to access the third row, आप ये सोच रहे होंगे that how will you access those seats, because यहाँ पे captain seats के बीच में आपको ये console दिया गया है. So for that you have this lever over here, और इसे pull करने के बाद ये seat जो है ये tumble fold हो जाएगी. Check it out. You can very easily lift it, and then you can access the third row of this Hyundai Alcazar. There is a very generous gap over here for you to step in and out. So you know it is not going to be easy only for kids, but even adults will be able to move around from this particular section. And then you can access these two seats over here for your Alcazar, which makes it a 6-seater or a 7-seater. Because if you are only going to be in the front cabin, you can use it as a 4-seater and a car with humongous luggage space, or you can have all seats up, and then you will get 180 liters of boot space capacity. I'm going to show that to you, but just hold on to the video for a little longer. Let me jump in the third row and let me show you how much space you get over there for adults. Now let me demonstrate getting in and out in the third row of this Hyundai Alcazar. सबसे पहले तो check it out. You will have to make a conscious effort to step inside. आपको इतना अपना पैर रेस करना होगा. This is not going to be easy for elderly in your family. बूढ़े बुजुर्गों को शायद ये इतना आसान नहीं लगेगा. You also have this side step for more easier access, but then it is up to you if you want to use it or not. And now for me, for a 5 feet 8 inch passenger to get in the third row, check this out. It is not too much of a struggle. So this seat right now, I have pushed it all the way forward in its forward most locking position, और seat back जो है इसे मैंने decently recline कर रखा है. And now when I get over here, this is the amount of space that is on offer. I can keep my feet over here क्योंकि यहाँ पे इस कंसोल की वजह से मुझे जगह मिल रही है to move my left foot. लेकिन जो अच्छी बात है वो ये है that check this out, even under this second row seat I have decent space to move my feet, so this is not too awkward, this is not too uncomfortable, but leg room is in limited quantity. पीछे के पैसेंजर्स के लिए आपको थर्ड रो पैसेंजर्स के लिए दो एडजस्टेबल हेडरेस्ट दिए गए हैं. Check it out. They are going to offer you decent comfort and also protect you from whiplash injury. And if you want, you can also, fold these seats and, use this as a 5-seater, use it as a 6-seater, or use this signature O automatic 6-seater variant as a 4-seater अगर आप ज्यादा लगेज कैरी करने वाले हो. To keep the passengers happy over here in the third row, इस गाड़ी में सबसे पहले तो आप देख लीजिए, you get this quarter glass which is going to allow for a lot of light inside the cabin, तो आपको claustrophobic feel नहीं होगा. And then you can notice you have this independent AC control over here. 3 blower settings आपको मिल जाते हैं. You have a USB charging point, you have a cup holder, you have another storage point over here, and then this particular handle over here can be used for you to grab it and get in and out. So this is going to be very useful and very nifty. यहाँ पे on the left hand side also you get this charging point. So Hyundai has put in a lot of thought that people today go out on long drives with their gadgets, with their smartphones, and they want their equipment to stay charged. आप देख सकते हो ये जो सीट बेल्ट है आप इसे इस तरीके से यहाँ पे टक इन कर सकते हो. So it doesn't come in the way of passengers when they are moving in and out of the third row. And I think this is acceptable, but it is acceptable only for a short journey for adults. यहाँ पे आप लंबे समय तक नहीं बैठ पाओगे, but this is going to be good enough for kids at least. In terms of the headroom availability, check it out. There is no problem as such, but if you are 6 feet tall, then your head is going to brush against this roof liner. पीछे के cabin के लिए भी आपको यहाँ पे LED cabin lamps मिल जाते हैं, and the illumination is nice and it is not too bright that it is going to blind you at night. Now if you are thinking about the boot space capacity of this Hyundai Alcazar, इस गाड़ी में आपको 180 liters of boot space मिल जाती है when all the seats are in position. Check it out, this is the amount of space that you get, and you can carry maybe 2 or 3 medium sized bags over here. But if you want to carry more luggage, let me tumble this third row seat. आपको यहाँ पे एक स्ट्रैप मिल जाती है. Simply pull it and then push this seat forward. But first check this out. This is the first locking position of the seat back. और आप इसे भी recline कर सकते हो. But nobody is really going to sit this upright. You do have different locking positions for optimum comfort for those third row occupants, so that you can get that versatility for your luggage when you want to carry those extra bags with you. जब आप इसे पूरी तरीके से फोल्ड कर देते हो, check it out, it folds nice and flat, तो आप यहाँ पे काफी सारा सामान कैरी कर पाओगे. And check it out how versatile this seat layout is. मैंने सेकेंड रो पे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड की सीट जो है उसे टंबल कर रखा है. I have folded the right hand side seat of the third row, so you can really carry really long equipment over here, so it is going to be no problem at all. Talking about the finer details, आप देख लीजिए थर्ड रो पैसेंजर्स के लिए जो 3-point seat belt दिया गया है, you can tuck that also over here very nicely and neatly, so it doesn't rattle around too much. यहाँ पे आपको एक cabin lamp मिल जाती है for your boot. आपको Bose का स्पीकर यहाँ पे भी देखने मिलेगा. This car gets a subwoofer as well, and then over here under this floor you get some extra storage space as well. तो यहाँ पे आप कुछ चीजें छुपा के भी रख सकते हो. Check it out how the toolkit is mounted over here, and you can nicely cover it so that if you have something that is expensive, it is not going to be visible to someone who might be interested in stealing that. अभी कुछ लोगों को लग रहा होगा कि इस गाड़ी में आपको स्पेयर व्हील नहीं दिया गया है, but you are wrong. It has been tucked in over here underneath the car, so you will have to work really hard to get it out. So guys, let me know what do you think about the interiors of this Hyundai Alcazar. क्या आपको इस गाड़ी की cabin पसंद आई? Do you think it is more premium? Do you think it is more versatile and spacious than the Creta? क्या आप वो additional पैसे खर्चे करोगे over the Creta to bring this car home? Till next time, subscribe to the Shifting Gears channel, press the bell icon, stay tuned, and always drive safe. And I'm talking too fast because it is starting to rain and I don't want my camera to get wet.